you know, if I can come up with that in like seconds, a fix, how to make the mode better, then I don't know how a person who is getting paid money, and good money probably, right, to do this is not capable of fixing it. Obviously, there's nobody fixing it, or there's nobody being paid to fix this. Yet Blizzard has no problem taking $5 million from us. Well, hello peeps. Unfortunately, I think it's time for me to say goodbye to World of Warcraft. At least for now. You're gonna have today's topics pop up on the screen, and I'm doing this a little bit differently than usual. There's no concrete script. This is something that I'm not very good at, but I think to get my frustrations and my emotions across, it is very much important to not be scripted today and just let myself go on a rant, and might even change clothes because I might finish the later parts later in the day, but yeah. I just have to kind of go on a rant today and let my feelings go out. I also watched the PvP interview with the developer, with Venruki, and a couple of other content creators. If you're a lover of PvP, man, I suggest you don't really watch that video because it's just gonna kill your soul even more when it comes to PvP. If, of course, you want to support Venruki or any other related content creator, of course, go watch it. Otherwise, it's just a huge-ass nothing burger. Like, you get some info for the new BG, but there's absolutely like nothing useful as far as actual PvP is considered. In a sense, there is the knowledge that they don't care about PvP, obviously. They are fine with PvE tier sets being in PvP, or they are fine how that has worked, even though they have to nerf them by 50% and nerf them and buff them and nerf them and buff them. Even though like you then have entire patches or entire seasons where a class is just not feel good because it has a tier set that is supposed to, you know, work with an AoE build in Mythic Plus instead of working with a single target build for single target damage. So it's just, yeah, for me a big nothing burger, and what's basically prompting me to finally create this video. Another thing that kind of hit me watching something that I want to just kind of highlight here, and if it's anything that you take away from this video, is gonna be this, what we discuss now. So I was watching Eroctic. He's a streamer, a YouTuber for Escape from Tarkov, or extraction shooters, I should say. Really love the fella, but the main point is what he was saying in this video just kind of hit me. I'm gonna cue the clip. It just hit me over the head like a hammer.
PvE community is really demanding, really fucking demanding. It takes a lot of time to develop good PvE game, because PvE gets repetitive once when you learn it. For PvP community, you give them Dust 2 and they're happy for the next 20 years. You feel me? Just saying.
So, after watching, I don't know how you feel. I rewatched the clip again and I feel like absolute crap, man. It's PvE is hard. PvP is easy, man. PvP is easy, right? PvP is easy for them to figure out one freaking time just to figure it out and keep it at that point. Like, it's very easy for them to figure out one gameplay loop. They just have to figure out that one gameplay loop where every single comp or most comps are happy with it, where it's not just all mage and rogue are happy with the game state, right? Or cleaves are only happy with the game state, right? PvP is easy, man. It is easy to figure out. You give us the one thing that you finally like were able to see that we like. You just give us that for 20 years and we're gonna play it for 20 years. We're gonna play the Dust for another 20 years, man. Like, if I go to play Counter-Strike 2 right now, what map do you think I'm gonna go play? Fucking Dust 2. Dust 2, that's what I'm gonna go play. Right? Legendary map. Of course, it's hard to compare because we're talking about something as literally like legendary as Dust 2, but yeah, you know, you're gonna play that. Like, so it's similar to here via, maybe I'm hopeful for Cataclysm just because I think PvP was also good back then, so like, I'm just gonna hop off and try to play some Cataclysm because Dragonflight, man, just ain't it. And this kind of leads us into like my topic about Dragonflight is just, Dragonflight has been an absolute early access for PvP players, man. Like, it's a joke. Also, I redid the math again just to make sure. If you count for 40,000 players, so if you count that there's 40,000 of us PvP players, and if you count that we paid 60 euros for the game and 60 euros for game time, right, subscriptions, it ends up being around 5 million or $4.8 million or euros, whatever currency you want, that we've given to Blizzard. And all we've got in this expansion, right, is here is a Solo Shuffle, which is broken. Like, Solo Shuffle, I love Solo Shuffle, but Solo Shuffle is broken. It is not a good mode. So many things that they can do to fix it. my personal best fix that I talked about before, and I might make another video again about it, but just make it an actual team-based thing, bro. Like, why am I joining there to play a free-for-all? Like, why is Soul Shuffle a free-for-all instead of being a team-based thing, right? Where we have two teams that play against each other. Sure, you don't play with all the players in the lobby, but you play with a team. You win best out of 3 or whatever. You lost every round, let's say, right? You got 3-0'd, you get no points, you get negative points. You won 2 rounds and then got, you know, 3-2'd in the last round. Okay, you get some points, right? Like, I feel like the system can be fixed in so many ways by just me, who is not even a game, right? I'm a gamer. I'm not a game dev, right? I'm a gamer. I'm a hard, you know, all my life I have always just wanted to be a gamer. Like I've never interested myself too much with some nitty-gritty design stuff. Like maybe from the gamer perspective, I know of what a good game is, but yeah, like, you know, if I can come up with that in like seconds, a fix, how to make the mode better, then I don't know how a person who is getting paid money, and good money probably, right, to do this is not capable of fixing it. Obviously, there's nobody fixing it, or there's nobody being paid to fix this. Yet Blizzard, has no problem taking $5 million from us, right, and giving us nothing in return, right? Like I know some PvP player is gonna comment right away, but PvP is a mini game. Is just a small part of... Dude, it's $5 million that we pay, right? Our $5 million is going into developing your game instead of going into developing our game, right? Like, so I have complete right, I think, as a customer, not as a gamer, as a customer, to be angry here, right? As a paying customer, I think I get to be just very angry here. BG Blitz also unreleased. Like, why couldn't have that been released for season 4? Like, season 4 is a joke. It's just copy pasta of season 3. Nothing happening, nothing like to be done, right? Like, yeah, nothing, just not even a good set of tunings to make an overall change in the meta, right? Like, a big nothing burger again from Blizzard. And we're definitely like paying money, right? Paying subs and stuff still for this. So it's not like, oh, you just have to wait for War 18, man. Okay, I'm gonna wait for War 18, right? I'll wait for it. But I'm paying a sub still, right? Like, what is this few months into War 18 supposed to be? Like, what is my sub going to? You know? So I'm just, yeah, this absolutely kills me, man. Tuning is lackluster, like I just kind of said. Like, you know, at least we would expect tunings, like to have one person just every 2 weeks just shuffle everything around. But like, the tunings are just absolute lackluster, and they have been like for the entire expansion. Like, they have been constantly weird. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I guess leave it at that. So basically, Cataclysm is our only hope here for PvP, for me at least, to play PvP. Dragonflight is just not gonna be it. We'll talk about SoD a little bit later, but Cata is the only hope. It was good. It was good in my memory, but we shall see how they implement it. They have been having problems with implementing it, so we shall see. We have to like kind of wait and see. They also are planning to do right changes, so this is not just classic kind of style where it's no changes just being played on a patch that actually was. We'll see how things feel, right? We just have to kind of wait. I'm very hopeful for it. Definitely want to play a World of Warcraft PvP, and I definitely think this is gonna be better for me instead of Dragonflight right now. It's also very good that in Cata you don't have to like farm PvE items and from, you know, so it's I think gonna be a better how would you say, replacement for Dragonflight than SoD would be, right? Moving on into SoD, man, SoD is just a clear disappointment for me. Like, I think for a lot of people as well, the SoD is just a clear disappointment. It has nothing even to do just with PvP specifically. PvP was a mess. I have not played with the new changes, so I'll just say that right away as a disclaimer. So I have not played with the new damage changes, where you of course should feel a lot better to play PvP, but yeah, it's just a disappointment overall. There's a few factors. First, of course, I'm playing Paladin class that didn't get anything new or interesting, or even nerfed versions of like other stuff. There's classes who are playing like, I feel like, completely another expansion, while I'm playing in vanilla, you know, basically in vanilla with a little bit of extra sprinkles on top, but vanilla still, right? It's vanilla, but vanilla ice cream with a little bit of sprinkles, right? It's still vanilla ice cream, right? It's not all of a sudden all of a sudden a sprinkle ice cream, right? It's vanilla ice cream. It's not changed in any significant fashion or form, right? So definitely think that's a big part of it. Another part is just community. I think community is filled with people, what I call the classical wannabe, which is people who grew up with legends like Kungen and in legendary guilds like Incendia back in the day, right? And they kind of want to live that what those guys lived back then, but unfortunately those guys were like at the top of the game, right? They were not just casual Andy trying to clear a dungeon, just trying to clear a raid. They were like basically the pro players of the game at the time. So having this very it's not casual, they are try-harding, right? But they're not good, right? Players who are not nearly good as the top 1%, acting as though they're the top 1%, and requesting like these, like, like for BFD, do you have XP? Do you have this? For Gnomer, do you have good parsing? Do you have... Dude, this is the easiest shit I've done in my life. Like, a dungeon in Dragonflight is more complicated than Gnomergan and freaking BFD combined, right? I haven't done Suck and Temple now, but like, I'm pretty sure a Dragonflight dungeon is still more complicated, right? It's just still more complicated. So to have this behavior when the content is a joke is an absolute atrocity. Like, I remember my friend having to sign up for Incendia, having to go through talks on Discord, Skype back then, talks, all these different things to just get into Incendia, to be in a trial raid, but like that was like actual, basically pro level play at that time, So why are you acting now? Like, why do you have now like people who are like on the casual level, bro? You are just raiding once a week on one character, whatever, like asking like all these different questions, like, do you know how to do this specific rotation? Bro, like, what the heck? Literally, what the heck, man? So that's about it as far as SoD is considered, I think. Basically, just a huge disappointment. There's, of course, additional things like Phase 2, having so many stupid different runes that you have to run around the world. Same thing with Phase 3 again. So many different stupid runes that you have to run around the world. The whole fumble with Nightmare incursions. Just constant fumbles. Like, just, yeah, I think that's the perfect explanation. Like, dropping the ball. Like, just dropping the freaking ball constantly. Like, and that's with the story of SoD, basically. Like, constantly the ball is being dropped on some level, right? Like, Phase 1 was mwah. Even at Phase 1, there were some classes like Paladin which had to go around the freaking world to get Divine Storm, which was, again, I don't understand why would you put that kind of so many runes that are that kind of type. Like, one rune is fine, but putting like 5, 6 runes, 7 runes that you have to go touch 4 things across the world is stupid. It's just, yeah, it's bad. It's just it's a huge fumble. And I think this is perfect time for us to move into Fool's Brazing Blizzard. Don't be worried too much or focused on the fool's word. I just find it very foolish behavior for anybody to be praising Blizzard when their track record currently is not good, obviously, right? Like, we need to build up a good track record, and I think at that point Blizzard deserves praise. Right now, Blizzard to me does not deserve praise because they're constantly still fumbling stuff, and just because they have one banger or something, or how would you say, they hit one thing, one note, fine. Doesn't matter when the rest of the music is right shit. Basically. A good example is like rearing a child, man. So let's say your child is now on a 2-week very bad streak, right? Now it has one good day. Do you praise it on that one good day? Well, yeah, a little bit. You say you did a good job, you're fine. But to be like, oh my god, Blizzard, you are back, the old kid is back, you are so good again, blah, blah, blah. Tomorrow the kid is bad again. Huh? Tomorrow the kid is bad again. And all that praise is for what? So save the praise after we get a week. After we get 2 weeks of very good behavior from Blizzard. In this, of course, situation we're talking about Blizzard. So until we get a good year where everything is fine, or let's say 6 months where everything is actually really good, really fine, I think people should not be praising Blizzard just because, oh my god, SoD Phase 1 was amazing. Everybody was like kissing the ass of the SoD devs, and everybody was just so good. Old Blizzard is back. I feel like even I was like, old Blizzard, this feels like legitimately old World of Warcraft, blah, blah, blah. It was just a one-time thing, man. One-time thing. One-time, how would you say, lucky shot, you know. Obviously, fumbling now, fumbling constantly, we can see the reality of the situation. Or how you say, we can see their real capabilities, finally, right? And yeah, they're not good. They're not. So basically, it's like, again, no hate for any other content creator as well. It's just, I would prefer to not... Right, there's certain content creators I don't watch anymore, like that basically have a lot of praise for Blizzard. Oh my god, Blizzard doing a good job right now. No. I cannot watch this. Blizzard is not doing a good job. I'm a PvP player, and I do not feel that. I do not feel that way at all. And something I don't really like want to talk about specifically because I feel like I don't know. I personally don't like when I hear it. Sometimes, even though I'm a YouTuber myself, right? I do content myself, but that's kind of the YouTube background things. First of all, life is just getting a little bit more harder, right? I was injured last year. I had a surgery last year. My appendix exploded. I almost died. Right, my break from life is over, or the break that I had to kind of recuperate myself is over, and you know, it's time to start hustling again. And fortunately, that means also somebody like me, who is a complete one-man army when it comes to this content creation thing, right? Is gonna have impacts, right? I don't have the time anymore to just play as much as I had. So that's the first thing to note. The other thing is, I think with World of Warcraft and the kind of burnout, I have been just constantly getting worse at YouTube instead of better. I don't blame the situation with World of Warcraft or how would you say, blaming the algorithm, blaming these things when my videos do bad. I realize, okay, my thumbnail was not good, right, I didn't make people want to click on the video. Maybe the video was not good, and then I usually have to rewatch a video like 2 weeks later or something like that to actually decide on that, because like when you make the video yourself, it's very hard for you to look at it from like a third person perspective, because you just literally filmed this, recorded this, scripted this, edited this. Like, this is very current in your head, so you have to kind of get it out of your mind and then come back to it and be like, right, but so that's why I need to like have a little bit of a break as well. I think for World of Warcraft, I think my videos are just getting, right, I'm not getting, instead of getting better at something, I'm getting worse at this point. And I think it's right, I have to kind of stop and take a look around and realize what's the reason behind this. Like, why is this exactly happening, right? Is it I think it's something worth, of course, with me. I prefer to take the blame for these kinds of things in my life. So I'm definitely gonna take a little bit of a break from generally YouTube videos as well. We're gonna be more of a streamer for a little bit. Definitely streaming on Twitch as well and YouTube, so if you prefer Twitch, follow me on there. Another thing is, when it comes to YouTube, is when I do my best videos, is like, they're usually on a journey. Like, my best videos were the guides, of course, but those guides were also, I think, good and better when I was actually learning the class and I was on a journey myself. So that's definitely something we're gonna try to do, get on a learning journey of something, probably within another game, and try for me to make a video or transfer how I did it, basically how I did it videos, right? But yeah, it's just burnout, man. I think I have progressively gotten worse instead of better, because I just feel like I'm obligated to make a certain type of video, or just obligated to make World of Warcraft videos, and I just can't. I can't, like Dragonflight, I can't. SoD, I really was happy for SoD, or hopeful for SoD. I can't, man. Like, it's not good. The game is not good, right? I'm not gonna pretend the game is good. If the game was good, it would be played by, a lot more people, right? It will not be a small niche thing. I'm also gonna do like a community post with some games, just to see what you guys prefer. There is a lot of you now, a lot more than when I think I did like a poll a while ago. A long time ago, it was like 300 subscribers. Now it's like 1800. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna do like a poll. You can vote and see what I want to see what you guys are interested in. Are you more FPS oriented players, MOBA players? I'm a really big MOBA enjoyer. Like, yeah, so we're definitely getting some Dota and League gaming. Maybe not in video format, but definitely in a streaming format. And that's about it, peeps. Unfortunately, season 4, I just Dragonflight is just not it. SoD fumbled, absolutely fumbled in phase 3, and I think I'm worried about phase 4. Like I'm pretty sure phase 4 is also gonna get fumbled. Like there's the track record has been at this point set, right? So I think it's just honestly, I'm not hopeful. I'm very interested in your thoughts down below. So like, comment, subscribe, all those things that YouTubers want you to do, and have a nice day.